Osteology is the scientific study of bones, practiced by osteologists. Osteology is derived from the Greek words osteon meaning bone and logos meaning knowledge. Osteological work is often aimed at the identification of the recently deceased, but can also be applied historically. The context could be part of ancient archaeological record, or purely paleontological, for example, skeletons of early humans and animals. The goal of forensic osteology often involves identification of an unknown through detailed study of bone structure. Photographic evidence only takes us back as far as the mid-1800s, so less than 200 years ago, to Queen Victoria of the United Kingdom. We are not able to observe the hip bone, but this skeleton has a large male skull with a raised bony ridge above the eyes. And body fat conceals the jaw shape, but can't hide the wide shoulders that fit 3 heads width across them. From Queen Victoria descends King Edward VII, who marries daughter of King Christian of Denmark, Queen Alexandra. Notice the large head and jaw. Notice the square chin and wide shoulders. The arms are also quite long with big hands. Notice the shoulders fit 3 head widths across and are much wider than the hips. Female hips must be wider to allow large-brained babies to pass through them during childbirth. And Alexandra is reported to have given birth to King George V, who was later married to Queen Mary of Teck. Large head, large jaw, square chin, prominent raised bony ridge above the eyes. Shoulders wide enough to fit 3 head widths. You can see the raised bony brow ridge. The arms are long with big hands. Did Mary really then give birth to King George VI, who married Elizabeth Bowes-Lyon? Large skull, large jaw, shoulders much wider than the hips which fit 3 heads widths. Pictured here wearing a crown surrounded by other skeletons with large skulls, jaws, bony ridges above the eyes, wearing women's clothes and makeup. And Elizabeth is the quote-unquote mother of Queen Elizabeth II of the United Kingdom, and other Commonwealth realms. Okay, it's now time for a detailed analysis of the bone structure for purpose of identification of an unknown. A male skeleton has narrow hips and wide shoulders, with a healthy hip-to-shoulder ratio of about 0.7, whereas females have wider hips, a healthy female ratio being about 0.9. A male skull is larger than the female's. The male jaw is larger, more sharply angled, and the chin is square. A female skull is smaller. The jaw is also smaller with rounded angles and a round chin. The male skull has a raised bony ridge above the eyes. A female skull is smooth. Male skulls will fit 3 times across male shoulders. Female skulls will only fit 2 to 2.5 times. Male skeletons have longer arms in proportion to their bodies. Male wrists go past the hips. Female wrists finish in line with the hips. Male skeletons have bigger feet and hands in proportion to their bodies in contrast to females who have smaller feet and hands. Due to more testosterone exposure in the womb, a male will tend to have a longer ring finger than an index finger. The opposite is generally true for females. It is true that a biological woman may possess one or more of the aforementioned male skeletal characteristics and still be feminine. But when the so-called ladies you see on TV and in the movies are showing you every or at least most of the signs that they are in fact a male, then you have to admit that there is something going on. Some are very well hidden and can disguise themselves as real women, but next lesson, we will learn about the tricks they have been using against us to help them conceal their deception. Your homework is to find a woman seen regularly in the media, be it on TV, in the movies, or in a magazine, that does not fail more than 50% of the male sexually dimorphic biomarkers in this lesson. Have a nice day.